Hello everyone, welcome to the Average Angler's Shed. Today we're going to be talking about another item of tackle that I'm renewing. I'm updating some of my gear, trying to get it a bit better, trying to get it a bit more like what I want. And as you can see right in front of me here, we've got this old Preston NetBag. I don't even know what the Preston ones look like at the moment, but this is a very, very old one. They don't make them like this one anymore. I've had it 15 years and it's time to replace it with something better. So what were the limitations with this? Well, the limitations with it for me are I can just about squeeze 3 nets in. It's bulging. You can see it's bulging. I'd like to try and get 4 nets into a bag, to one bag, which would be nice, because at the moment I'm having to take my extra nets, and quite often you need 4 nets and occasionally 5, or for me anyway. Obviously some of you guys out there might want 10 or 12 depending on what venues you're fishing, but for me, I'm almost always in the spring and summer needing, starting with 3 and sometimes getting a 4th, which means it would be nice if this could carry the 4 and then maybe have a couple of spares for emergencies that I can leave in the van or something. That would be one thing. The other thing with this is the zip's tired and died on it, so it's all ripped off. It's where it's stitched on, it's not been, it's old and it's worn, and the zips doesn't work anymore. It's a bit thin and rubbish. The whole thing is just a bit flimsy. It is pretty robust other than that. That's the beauty of EVA. EVA is like bulletproof, as we know, which is why we're all switching over to it. So let's have a look at what I'm going to replace this with. Put him down there out of the way. I'm going to replace him with this one. Move that so you can see the graphics. This is a MOSELLA NetBag 2 Plus. Now you're thinking, hang on, it says 2 Plus there, John. You said you wanted to put 4 nets in it. Trust me, this is bigger than that one. I can see visibly that it was bigger than that one. When I went to look at getting this one, I looked at the 4 Plus, which is the biggest one that MOSELLA do, and it's literally twice the size of this, and I actually thought to myself, no, it's too big. It's just going to be too big for me to carry that around. So I've opted to take a step back and go for this one, because I think I can get 4 in here, and we'll have a look at that in a minute, and we'll do that live. I'll set us up outside with the camera and you can watch me live trying to get 4 nets in it, see whether I'm right or wrong. What's the upgrade? Well, first of all, that finish is better than that. So that was like more materially, and so it picked up the dirt. This will be white clean, which is nice, so it doesn't get so dirty looking. The quality of that zip is brilliant. The whole thing sits there rigid and sturdy, and it's not got anything in it. So it's not going to be flimsy and floppy like that one. And the flimsiness makes it hard to zip up. But obviously when it's solid like this, it just sits. Another improvement that MOSELLA have done with these is these handles. They clip together like that. They're really nice and ergonomic. It does come with a strap for a carry strap. I probably will take this off because I don't use them and they're just getting away. And I find they just fall on the floor and they get dirty, which the other one's done because it isn't removable. It just gets mud on it and I don't like that. Other people might. These do come off really quickly if you wanted to take them off. Just a clip. One there and there's one on the other side as well. So I've already looked at that, so I'm happy with that. And then the other main improvement, other than the quality of the EVA, I mean the thickness, I can feel the difference between this, and it's a little bit more rigid than that older EVA. But the other thing that's a big improvement is the lid. The lid is again solid. I'm hoping that's coming out in the shot. I'll just tip it a bit for you. It's a solid. Maybe, I mean, it feels like it could be a plasticky material rather than EVA. I mean, it could be like EVA that's been treated somehow to make it form shapes. I don't know the physics. It looks a bit vacuum molded plastic to me, but it's perfect and rigid. There's a beautiful little idea there to put some storage inside, which I think is a great idea, and it looks cavernous. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get 4 nets in there. But look how it holds its shape, even though now really it's only supported at one point at the bottom of my hand and it's still holding its shape. There's some reinforcement around here which is much more robust than the old reinforcement on the other one. So things have definitely moved on. Like I say, the old one was 15 years old. This one might do me for 20 years by the looks of it. So let's reposition the camera and let's go outside and just see how many nets we can get in it. So 3 have gone in there really comfortably. I'm going to go and see if I can get a 4th one. Four nets in. So that's pretty conclusive. I've got 4 nets in that bag. It's not really struggled to zip up. And I am thinking that if I do want to invest in some 2 metre nets, why not get 5 in there maybe? So there is a trick to squeezing an extra net into your bags, and it's all about how you pack it, and I'll show you what the difference is. This is a pretty typical keep net in that it's an oblong, a long end and a short end, and what most people do is just put them in the bag like that. So the long end is horizontal and the short end is vertical. But what you can do instead is rotate it 90 degrees and put it in so that the short end goes in first and the long end goes in against one edge of the bag. So I would put the first one in and push it in as tight as I can to the front edge of the bag, which leaves a big overlap here of empty space. And then the second net, you put in the same orientation, but you put it in against the back end of the net, the back end of the bag. And then you do front end and back end again for the third and fourth one, and you'll get an extra net in any bag. That is how I was getting 3 nets into that 2 net bag, and that is how I'm getting 4 nets into what I think is, in reality, this is a 3 net bag. I know that MOSELLA are calling it a 2 net bag, but it's a 3 net bag. I could get 3 nets in this bag in the traditional manner, no bother at all, and I could get 3 nets plus landing nets in with a bit of staggering, and I'm pretty sure that if I got some better nets, some more modern nets that were shorter, I say better's the wrong word, there's nothing wrong with the ones I've got, but the new trend for shorter nets that are 2 meters means less rings, means I can get more in there. More nets, not more. Can't get any physically any more in there, but more nets because each net's shorter. So that's something I need to look at and think about whether that's what I want to do. Because obviously my nets are traditional sort of 3 meter long nets. All right, guys? So keep an eye out on the bank. You'll see me using this up and down the bank. Thanks for tuning in.